We're back again with Luke Bax, an environmental control officer and nature lover. Absolutely love the guy. And we're talking about frogs. And we're now joined by Eden Fidele, a local frog enthusiast who spends many a night on toad patrol and has put a huge amount of time and energy into preserving and helping this incredible species. I've been loving my education in amphibians at the moment. So thank you so much for joining our conversation. And of course, you guys at home can do it as well. 083 9133 728 if you've got any questions to pose our panel this morning. Now, this morning we're talking about a beautiful, I don't want to say little because toads are kind of the beefy members of the amphibian world, certainly when it comes to our frogs, but the Western Leopard toad. Amazing. You've got quite a cool story about the Western Leopard toad. Fill us in.
I've been a volunteer for 7 years, so I go out nightly during the breeding season and help them to get off the road safely. That's the main danger to them, being ridden over by cars, sorry. So, yes, they are a big love of my life, and I really look forward to toad season every single year.
It's such a cool opportunity to educate new generations as well. What is it about the leopard toad that makes it so cool, Luke?
So the leopard toad in South Africa in particular is a conservation icon. I mean, it's one of your endangered species in the Western Cape in particular. It's one nice thing is that they breed en masse every year. So it's not like your normal frogs that, like, I mean, when the rainy season comes, they don't go, like, find an individual mate. Leopard toads en masse go to, I mean, it's very beautiful.
Look at that.
I mean, en masse, they go to a water body, and you've got, I mean, the most I've counted in one night was 512 at a single water body.
Sure.
And I mean, just the whole water body is teeming and, like, almost bubbling with toads. And that happens for about 2.5 months of the year. It's just as the heavy rains start, and it's one of the there we go. Those signs are all over all over the Western Cape, and we've got dedicated volunteers that take out. I mean, I've been there with kids before, and we go out and rescue the toads off the road. And it's a great way for the communities to get involved with the conservation of the toad.
And you thought your dating life was tough, man. Become a leopard toad. Just to give you an example of how awesome these creatures are, we've got a little clip of their call so you can recognize that as well, and what they look like. Take a look at this. He's trying so hard. He's trying so hard. He's like, come to me, please, ladies. So take us through, Ellen, a typical night out when you're doing these sorts of things, because you're dealing with mass numbers here. Take us through one of your normal excursions.
Well, there is no typical night. It differs literally night to night. Sometimes I go out for 2-3 hours and I don't find a single one in the areas in which I volunteer. And then sometimes you get 50, 60 in one night. So Wellington boots, fluorescent yellow jacket, pouring rain, sometimes very irate motorists behind you because you're going so slowly to be able to see them on the road. And just, well, for me, a whole lot of love. I really adore these creatures, and I do what I do because I adore them.
Have you always been this kind of conservationist? Because you are a conservationist at heart. Or was there a particular incident that kind of born this? Give us your background,
Well, as most of my friends know, and my parents very well know, I'm an animal fanatic, so all animals. But I read an article in the local paper 7 years ago, and that's what triggered it. I can't save the whole world with regards to animals. I wish I could. But I decided, all right, I'm going to choose this species, and I've never looked back. And I really love it, and I hope to be doing it for years to come.
I can certainly understand why, and I'm hoping Malcolm is also an avid animal lover and has seen a leopard toad. Malcolm, joining us on the line. Very good morning, sir.
Morning, how are you?
Very good, and you, my friend?
Welcome, man. Not too bad, bud.
Comment to a question.
I wanted to find out if you pick up a frog, is it possible that you can get a wart on your hand?
Oh, that is a good question. I'm surprised that my silly brain didn't come up with that first, man. No, that is a fantastic question. Luke, can you get warts from frogs or toads?
No, that's one of the myths and old wives' tales that they tell kids when they just don't pick up the toad, you're going to get covered in warts.
Damn it.
Like I said, earlier, the frogs, or toads in particular, do secrete a slightly toxic substance. You can actually see the bright orange parotoid glands behind the eyes of the toad there. That's where the majority of the stuff gets secreted from, as well as it does secrete it over its skin. But you can't get warts. It's just that common myth.
Okay, Malcolm, fear not, my friend. You are water safe when it comes to frogs and toads. So go out there and maybe go and support efforts from the likes of Ellen saving this beautiful species. Ellen, thank you so much for the work that you put in. That really is cool. You've inspired me to do actually a little bit more than I normally do, which is great. So hopefully you guys at home have been inspired as well. If you've got any questions to pose to our panel, Luke is standing by 0839133728. That's the number to dial.